Welcome to the Travis Bikes YouTube channel. This is a shorter explainer video on how to set up your Klite Dynamo system for bikepacking, day-long adventure, etc. And we'll start off with the switch. First off, you need to decide what switch or not what switch, what hub you have. There's two different options. First one is SP Shimano, which is like that, just pushes directly onto the hub. And then the other option is the Sonn dynamo, which is this. Again, two prongs come out of the hub and you just push directly onto that. Once you decide on that, there's two other options. There's a standard switch where there's two cables coming off. I should explain the switch really first. Okay, everything on this switch is sealed. You can't take any cables out. It's all sealed against the weather. It's as it is. You know, it's ready to go on your bike. There's no soldering, no heat shrinking, nothing. It's just literally take out the packet, plug it in, start pedaling, it'll work. So this end here, the long cable, goes directly to your dynamo. And then there's two smaller cables coming out of the switch. The shorter of those will go to your light, which is this one, and the longer one will go to your USB if you've got it. So there are two different switches. There's variations on that. So the standard switch just simply switches between the power between these two cables. So switch it one way, power will be on this one. So you'll have your light going, switch it the other way, USB will be charging. You can't have both of them on at the same time. So that's quite straightforward. That's good if you're riding during the day quite a bit and you're only doing a couple of hours at night. So you're charging the USB all the time during the day. And then at night, you know, you just want a couple of hours going into the dark. So you just switch it over to the light. There's also an always on switch, which is what this is. They look identical to the standard switch. The only difference is one cable is always on. So that's good if you're going to go through the night. So you're bikepacking and you want to constantly, you don't want to stop, you're not camping, or you're only camping for a couple of hours. So you still need power to your Garmin or GPS or Wahoo, whatever it is. You still need to power that. So this switch, rather than switching between one and the other, sorry, I just moved that. Rather than switching from one to the other, all it does is turns the light on. So when you switch this way, the power will be on the light. The light will be off. And so you always have power to that. And the switch will just turn the light on and off. So during the day, turn it off, no light, USB charging, turn it on. The other way, you'll have both USB charging and the light. So as I said, everything is sealed. Everything is already, as it comes out of the packet, you can go on the bike. There's nothing needed to be done. So the next thing you need to decide is, oh, sorry, I should say, you get the light. In the box, you get a hat and you get a mount, and you get lots of cable ties. So the mount, it's quite straightforward. It uses Garmin fixing. This is an out front mount. There's also other ones in there that allow you to attach it to the handlebars in different ways. There's different fittings for different size handlebars. So the Klite system, like I said, uses the GoPro mount system. So you can use any GoPro mount. You can run it on your helmet if you want to. Obviously, you'll need to extend the cable to do that, or you can run it further out on your aero bars, run it under your Garmin. There's plenty of options. So as I said, the next thing you need to decide is which of the Klites you want. So they both had the same power output. The only difference is the lenses. As you can see, this one here is the Adventure light, and it's got two spread beams and one long throw. And then the other is the Race, which is the opposite. So it's got one spread and then two long throw. So that's the only difference. So when you're riding mountain bike, this is the better one because you have a better throw of light close to you, and only one that throws further down the trail. So you're moving slower, you're doing switchbacks, you want to see around the corner. This gives a better spread of light. Whereas this one, the race one, throws the light further down the track. So you can see for gravel riding, for road riding, where you want to see you're going fast, so you want to see further down the track. This is more ideal. They both have this connector on, which is the same no matter which light you have. They have this small little connector that's all weatherproof. These are XT30. If you ever want to make up another cable, maybe to extend it to your helmet, you can get it from eBay, Amazon, any electrical store, and quite straightforward. So you take your light, so you want to plug it into the shorter cable. They've got a little flat bottom on these. Can't see it very well, but so they've got a little flat bottom and they just slide in, create a waterproof seal. And again, if you just plug that into your bike, start turning the wheel, you'll generate light. There's nothing else you need to do. It's that simple. It's straight out of the box. Right, next is the USB charger, which is this. On this side, there's a little small red light on there. It's not on at the moment, obviously, because there's no power going to it, but you can see easily, if you looked in your bag, you can see whether you're generating power. It's quite straightforward. This is all sealed again. You can't get at this. There's nothing to do. You just, again, plug this straight in and it will work. This, again, here is the XT30 connection, which you will plug straight into the switch. Here's the switch with the zip tie on it, showing that it's always on. I mean, you can have it the other way around if you want. That's not a problem. So that plugs into there. And there's a small kind of ladder thing on the bottom of the USB. And that's to zip tie your cables on. So when it's in your bag, it's not going to pull out. It's nice and secure. It's already quite secure anyway. But it gives you the extra security that when you're riding along, you're actually powering and charging your devices and it hasn't pulled out. Nothing worse than that. And again, there's two on here, two USB-A ports. Same thing, you can zip tie those in into that small. The reason it's got two on it is as long as you're riding, it will provide power. So what I personally do is run one to a cache battery and then the other one to the Qube, Klite Qube rear light. And again, just plug it straight in, straight off, and let's pull that out. So this Qube is a flashing red rear light, although it looks white. It's actually red. This comes in two variations. This single unit, or you can have a dual unit where you can run one on your seat post, one on your seat stay. It's not legal on its own in many countries, so you'll have to have another. This is a good kind of daylight riding light. You'll need another battery on the rear, battery light on the rear, but this is a good to be seen by light. And that's it, really. That's as difficult as it gets. Literally plug and play, everything just plugs in. There's nothing really to know. You don't have to solder, you don't have to heat shrink anything. It's just zip tight to your bike, plug it into the dynamo, and you're generating power and light. Enjoy your bike packing trips. Any questions, put them in the comments, or you can email me. I'll put my email address below. Thank you for watching.